Well, now I'm going to read my final job of English. My name is John Elvis, and I'm a student of Advanced English 2. My topic is the importance of learning English as a second language around the world, cultural and economical aspects. Well, I wanna read the first part of my job because there are some long. The importance of the English language as a second language. English is currently considered the most important language worldwide, either to those who speak it as a first language or who to speak it as a second language. That is to say, as a recorded language after the mother tongue, with native speaking English speakers who don't speak as the official language of the country in which they were born are not as many are not as many of those of other languages such as Spanish or Chinese. English will absolutely every bother with talking about people who speak or matter English as a second language. In a sense, it can be said the English language is present in most of the world as I consider the main element of communication between very diverse cultures and that shares few or not common traits. The English language phenomenon is interesting because it can also be relied to debate about its presence around the world, its presence around the world, its reason or consequence. Okay, let's start at the beginning. What is English? The English language is as a name says, is the official language of England, the country in which it arises. As history has proved, as English have considered numerous territories within and outside of Europe. The English language would become one of the most widely spoken languages in the world. Territories such as Wales, Scotland, and Ireland within Europe, the United States, Jamaica, Canada in America, South Africa, and many regions as Oceania was accepted as an official language, obviously with variations in vocabulary, pronunciation, and accent. It is also the official language in countries like India, with very striking if we take into account that in Asia there is other territory that have it as a central language. This is due to the English presence in India as the spread that the language have ever after withdrawn in the English presence in a region. In all the mentioned regions, let me see something. In all the mentioned regions, the English language covers an endless number of basic needs with art to allow the inhabitants of the region to communicate, as well as to establish the official language in which things are written, government documents are written, etc. In the in some of Dennett is curious fact to consider is how some languages have taken many elements of English through language, such as even can have a meeting point with English despite being two different branches and certis on an Anglo-Saxon respectively. Uh, the importance of the English as the world language, as a world language. In the same time, especially since of the 19th century or throughout the 20th century, English has progressively become the most widely spoken language in the world. Through it has displaced language such as French. It has displaced language such as French or Italian or German, which were traditional in some scientific or artistic fields. Here, globalization has been of great importance as a main through which English has grown indefinitely. The phenomenon of globalization has considered related to make English the most important and necessary language of today, being that is understood on the language to the dominant countries worldwide through cultural supposition, like a movie, series, or music, and also from political, diplomacy, and economic. English has been advancing on the native language of each place, occupying from small place with colloquial of circumstantial words to allow idiom to be adopted. Phrases of phrases, and abstract concepts, even in place where the population does not speak or completely dominate English. Through today is essential to try at the level of English, not only for words in short, have a good level of English in sentence, a good gateway to better jobs, but also is communicate, but also to communicate, to accept greater knowledge and information to be updated, etc. Well, this is the first part of my final production of English.